Hi there. Many people suffer from distressing mental imagery. That's intrusive thoughts and flashbacks. So, logosynthesis is a coaching and therapy model that offers a precise and repeatable technique to eliminate stressful mental images for immediate and lasting relief. This gentle and compassionate model is based on the power of intention and words to shift frozen energy. So think of a inspiring motivational speech shifting your energy. In this video, I will guide you through a cycle of logosynthesis so that you can experience what can shift. And I recognize that it may sound impossible, especially if you've been struggling with distressing mental imagery for a long time. Yet I regularly see people breathe a long sigh of relief afterwards, and I see their eyes sparkle with curiosity. So here goes. Don't pick anything too stressful. On a scale of 0 to 10, with 10 being a maximum distress, I suggest something in the range of 5 to 6. Okay, something that bothers you, but it's not overly distressing. Have a glass of water nearby before you start, so you can press pause and get a glass of water. Make sure you're in a place where you won't be interrupted for about 30 minutes, and it might not take that long, but sometimes a lot of energy can shift, so don't rush it. The spots for pausing. And also, sometimes you might become aware of another stressful memory. And if so, you can repeat this video or refer to further resources in the comments section of this video. So if you need your glass of water, you can go grab it now. And let's get started. I'll ask you to think about an image or a memory that bothers you. So this can be related to an image of a person that might bother you, an accident, a surgery, or an illness. There may be something that keeps coming back in your memory. It can be anything that is top of mind for you. And I'll ask you just to allow yourself to connect with this image. Okay? Where is it in your personal space? Is it in front of you, behind you, beside you? Where do you notice this image? Is it near or far away? And again, with imagery, it could be a visual image, it could be a sound or smell, any sensory perception, but you just get in contact quite often, it's a visual. And when you're connected with this mental image and you know where it is around you, allow yourself to connect with the thoughts, right? What comes to mind with the thoughts? It's a person, maybe like, I can't believe this person did that to me. Maybe it's thoughts of, some of the things with an accident that it could have been worse. Okay, just allow whatever comes up. Don't think about it. Don't analyze it. Just allow yourself to connect with it. Allow it to arise. And then I'll ask you to do the same with emotions. What emotions are there? Is there fear, anger, sadness? Sometimes it can take a little bit to get in touch with those emotions. But when you do, where do you feel that in your body? Right? Where do you feel this distress? What are the physical sensations? Do you feel it in your shoulders, through your core, in your stomach? It could be anywhere, but just get in touch with where you feel it. So when you have the image and you're in touch with the thoughts, emotions, and physical sensations on a scale of 0 to 10, rate the level of distress and just pay note to that. You might want to jot it down if you have a pen nearby. And when you're in contact with the image, I'm going to ask you to repeat 3 sentences aloud after me with a pause in between each, okay? And you can press your pause button on this video if you want. Okay, here we go with the first sentence. I retrieve all of my energy bound up in this perception and everything it represents, and I take it to the right place in myself. Just let the energy shift, let the words do the work. You don't need to think about it or analyze it. Just let the words work. Just let the energy shift. It's all energy. And if there's still energy shifting, just press pause and let it shift. Don't rush it. And if you're ready to move on, I'm going to ask you to repeat the second sentence aloud after me. I remove all non-me energy bound up in this perception and everything it represents from all of my cells, all of my body, and my personal space, and I send it to where it truly belongs. Again, just let the words work and let the energy shift. You don't have to think about where the energy is going. You don't have to think about what not me means. Just let the energy shift. If it feels intense, just trust the process. Trust the process. Let the energy shift. That's when sometimes you need more time just to come to a space of calm. Just trust the process. You may feel not much at all. You might find your eyes might flicker. You might be yawning, or you might have a lot of energy moving. You may feel it through your core, in your arms. Just let it work. And again, I'm going to ask you if there still is a lot of energy moving, just press pause, let it work, and resume when you're ready. And otherwise, you can continue on to repeat after me the third sentence. Repeat it aloud. I retrieve all of my energy bound up in all of my reactions related to this perception and everything it represents. And I take it to the right place in myself. One more time, we're just going to let this pause. Just focus on your breathing. Notice what's happening, but don't analyze what's happening. It doesn't have to make sense. It's just energy shifting. Just let the energy shift across the process. You don't have to rush it. When you're ready, take a drink of water and notice what happens. So if you still need more time to process it, then just press pause, take your time. There's no rush. But when you're ready, take a drink of water and notice what happens. What happens to the image? Is it further away? Is it softer? Is it more intense? Is it a different image? So sometimes it could be completely gone. Other times it may feel less intense. And other times something new might show up that could be more intense. And if that's the case, then we'll go through another cycle to work on what's shown up. Okay, so what happens to the image? What about the thoughts? Remember those thoughts that you started with? What's there now? And what about the emotions? And what about the physical sensations? Is it still the same intensity? Is it still in the same place in your body? Has it shifted somewhere else? Is it gone completely? Sometimes it just disappears, right? So I'm going to ask you now to rate the level of stress on the scale of 0 to 10. So it's considering, how distressing is that image now? The thoughts, the emotions, the physical sensations associated with this image, and compare it to the number. Again, it's on a scale of 0 to 10. So compare it on a scale of 0 to 10 to the number that you started with before the sentences. Okay, so, and make note if the distress is not all gone, if there's still a number of 3 or 4 there, you can go back and do it again. If it's a higher intensity, you can go back and do it again. And if it's gone, or if it's in a spot where you're much more content with it, then you can just leave it here. So you're curious and would like to explore further, you can feel free to reach out at any time, and I can be contacted at thehealthylivingplan.com. And also you can reach out to trained professionals in coaching, counseling, and therapy. And there's an international group of coaches, counselors, and therapists who are certified practitioners by the Logosynthesis International Association. And you can find them on the website at logosynthesis.international if you plug that in your browser. So thank you for showing an interest in how to eliminate distressing mental imagery, intrusive thoughts, and flashbacks using logosynthesis. And this healthy lifestyle practice can really help you to reduce stress, to feel better, and to unlock your potential in work and life.